China's commercial hub is celebrating tonight as most of its COVID restrictions have ended. People can now use public transport and don't need a special pass to leave their residences. And here's why. Cases have plummeted in the city. From a high around mid to late April, they're now at quite an insignificant level. But it hasn't been an easy road getting here. Many draconian measures have been implemented as part of a zero COVID approach. In this video, you can see that whole sections of the city have been cordoned off, with people unable sometimes even to get things like food and key medical supplies. And at times, it's led to some quite ugly scenes as well, such as here in this video. This shows a building where the residents were told that part of the building would be used to house COVID patients. Understandably, they weren't quite happy at this news, but they were met with men in hazmat suits with the word police written on them. People were dragged away and violence generally ensued. And it brings us to the wider point that this lockdown was painful. It was painful for people in that building. It was painful for those who had to self-isolate without food or medical supplies. It was painful for those who lost out in terms of their business, and painful for the country as a whole, as Shanghai is China's economic motor. When it does badly, so does the country. The lockdown is now over, but there's a fundamental problem of keeping zero COVID policies in a world that's increasingly learning to live with the virus. But Beijing probably won't be changing this anytime soon, and here's why. In a recent study by Fengdan University in Shanghai, they estimated that around 1.6 million deaths would result if the policy was jettisoned. And Stefan, in a world where the Chinese Communist Party has claimed a big victory over the West in keeping the deaths low, it's going to be something that's quite hard to jettison.